All right, Black Power. It's the General Sarah Seti, and I'm black at y'all ass again with this real fucking talk. Y'all know what it is, KingSeti.com online marketplace. Got all them classic DVDs from the General down through the ages, rocking niggas clean up out of their ignorance. You understand what I'm saying? You need to get on over there and check me out. Got the classic shit that you can't find nowhere. Got the t-shirts, hoodies. We got Scullies on the way. You understand what I'm saying? Posters. We got African comedic jewelry over there, guaranteed to get you together. You understand what I'm saying? So go on over there, KingSeti.com, online marketplace, and be amazed. GeneralSeti.com, Seti University, most definitely is in effect. Got over 500 videos. I mean, everything that you can think of from the General. You understand what I'm saying? That just, been amazing family down through the years. You know what I'm saying? Classic wisdom. Can't do without it. Motherfucker studying at Seti University, top scholars. You understand what I'm saying? Able to battle popes and bishops, imams and everybody else, rabbis and everything else, and break their back. So get on over there, Seti University, GeneralSeti.com. Y'all know what it is. Patreon, General Sarah Seti, Patreon tomorrow. I'm rocking. You understand what I'm saying? The age of pandemonium, the worship of the goat throughout the Caucasian world. You know what I'm saying? You got to get in there and see this. You know what I'm saying? Information that you're not going to find nowhere. You ain't going to get the interpretation that you need. You understand? So get on over there to Patreon, General Sarah Seti, and get rocked. Clean up out your socks. You understand what I'm saying with that classic wisdom? Okay? Now, today we're gonna be swinging the sword. You know what? We swinging the sword. A lot of motherfuckers just don't want to come in here. You know what I'm saying? Cause this is one of my areas where, you know what I'm saying, I'm not taking no losses. I'm not taking none. As a matter of fact, in none of them. I ain't taking no losses. You know what I'm saying? So I've been calling these scholars out for a very, 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 very long time. Can't get none of them to show up. Motherfuckers sit back there and, way in the back somewhere, don't even want to act like they're in the house. You understand what I'm saying? But when I call scholars to step up and deal with the information, can't deal with it. You understand? Go into goddamn fantasy land to figure out an answer for some of that hard shit that the General put up. And the reason why I have to do this, a lot of people look at Egypt as if Egypt is some type of air civilization. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people look at Egypt as if it's and that the Arab over there somehow the people that built them great monuments. You understand what I'm saying? And so a lot of people getting dizzy about that information. Even black people is getting dizzy about the information. They don't, I see, people that's just not sure if they was the ones that built it or the Arab built it. And so I come in to body slam. I don't motherfucking play no game. I come in to body slam. Now, what's very, very key for me, you see what I'm saying? Because we see, you got the one cat over there, Hawass. Zahi Hawass. I don't know if he's still over there, but he was head of the archaeological department. You know what I'm saying? His, as far as all the sites and pyramids and tombs, and so he was in charge for a long time. And I really, 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 really wanted to dig in his chest if he would accept a debate from me. You know what I'm saying? Because I really wanted to damage him. You know what I'm saying? Because I had daggers and still do for him to dismantle the theft of Africa. by these Arabs, and they Arabs. See, they argument today, those that stand in Egypt, that they not Arabs, they Egyptians. And I'm gonna crack that. I'm gonna crack that today. You see what I'm saying? So you get your notebook now. Get your notebook. So when you get on these motherfuckers, you go for the head. You hit that motherfucker right there and split his dome. And you understand what I'm saying? Get the chalk line out and be done with it. Now, number one, based on history, okay? I don't want to hear nothing about no mythological origins of this, that, and the third. Because number one, listen to me. Listen to me. Number one, for these Arabs to be the original Egyptians would have mean that they would have had to come into Egypt, or better yet, Africa, prior to the founding of the Egyptian dynasties. You see what I'm saying? They would have had to been in if they're going to claim that they're the dynastic Egyptians, that they're going to have to prove, number one, that they was in Africa prior to the founding of Egypt. You understand what I'm saying? And that's going to be hard for them because even the Caucasoid, even him, he didn't already put out, they know that where the earliest kings came from. They came from the south of Egypt. Okay? So if he the air, that means, so if you got Narmer, which I'm gonna deal with that. Matter of fact, I'm about to bring up another one of these powerful lectures. I'm gonna have to bring up another one of these powerful lectures that I need. There you go, right there. You understand what I'm saying? To crack their head. That's very key. That's what they're gonna have to prove, number one. Because the founding of Egypt, according to the, you know what I'm saying? According to the Caucasoid dates. You see what I'm saying? 3100 BC. So you got them over there talking about that they the original Egyptian. Okay? But they Arab. And then we call them on the air. Then they run from that and say, listen to me, they're going to say that they Egyptian. They not Arab, but they Egyptian. But then I'm gonna crack that too. Number one, because you know what? Let me go and put this up here right now. Just so I can go on and throw this dagger clean in they damn chest, because you lying. You thieving. You thieving on another people's culture at the demise of our peoples. Let me get this up here. I got so many. Let me close some of these damn lectures out. I got so many lectures up, it don't make no damn sense. Let me put this on in here. Let me put this on in here anyway, because I need to have that in there. I'm going to rock them, y'all. Don't worry. I'm going to rock them. Do I need anything off of that? Not really. I don't know. Not right now. I need that one. I need that one. Okay. Okay. Where is it at? Now, I looked it up. Just for anybody that's out there, these people want to lie like a wasp, a liar. You understand what I'm saying? I looked it up. The official name for Egypt, the Egypt of the day, the stolen Egypt from Africa, you understand, is the Arab Republic of Egypt. Okay? Now, I could debate on my mother. I could freestyle and debate a motherfucker, because my mind is always registered. To crack the holes in the shit. You see what I'm saying? So number one, if you're Arab, then that means you originated in what we call Arabia. Okay, that's the only way you can be an Arab. Okay, because Africa is not Arabia. Okay, no people's, prior to the Arab coming ever call themselves an Arab. So in order to be an Arab, you got to come from Arabia. Okay? And what's so critical, the Arab is like the last race on the planet to even document that they existed. Okay, prior to Islam, and we know this, and they're gonna run with this. Prior to Islam, the Arabs was in what you call Jahiliyyah, which means a state of ignorance. Now they're gonna pretend it's because they didn't have the Quran. No, motherfucker, you was literally in a state of ignorance. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all was in the middle of the goddamn desert, fighting on the backs of camels, sleeping in tents, and you had no architecture. You didn't have no writing, no nothing. I'm sick of it. If Egypt, ancient Egypt, can still have documents from down there 3,000, I don't want to hear why you ain't got no books. Motherfucker, you ain't got no books because y'all is illiterate in the story. Muhammad was illiterate, okay? And he the chief. And so you already know what the rest of them was. If he's the best that they got to offer, you already know what the rest of them was doing. Now, what's so critical, you know what I'm saying? Because this is your launching pad, Arabia. But what's so critical, the African got even more ancient evidence of being in that area long before it was called Arabia. Because even in the Bible, which I'm going to back up and they're going to run from that, saying the Bible has been tampered with. Okay? But in the Quran, it says that Allah gave the Torah to Moses and he gave the gospel to Jesus. Family, let me turn my AC up because I see it's going to get hot. It's going to get hot. I got to turn that AC up. Turn it down. It's gonna get hot. I got to put that AC to work because I'm about to work out on that yet. Okay? See? So what's critical, this is their launching pad. Now, you know what I love about people trying to claim ancient Egypt is that they can never show no evidence of having that same knowledge in their homeland. You see what I'm saying? When a motherfucker, you know what? If you know a man, if he got knowledge to build megaliths and all this, he show out in his own homeland. You see what I'm saying? He show out in his own homeland. When you talk about what's the greatest monument for the Chinese people, it's the Great Wall of China. It's in China. It ain't in motherfucking Berlin. It ain't in Tokyo. Huh? It ain't in Australia. It ain't in Britain. It's in China. So when a man builds his most prolific achievements, he do it for his own people. He do it within the land of his origin. You understand what I'm saying? Get that credibility when you talk about the greatest monument of the French people. Is the Eiffel Tower. You see, it's in Paris. It's in France. It's not in Afghanistan. You understand what I'm saying? It's not down in Chile or goddamn Venezuela. It's right there in Paris, France. You see? So when you look at the icons of any people and you identify, you always go to their own homeland. So all these people keep claiming Egypt. They saying they built the pyramid. Well, bitch, show me something in your own homeland. The Jews today are claiming they built the pyramid, and yet they didn't even build one tomb of note for any king, any prophet. Not one do they have. Not one tomb. You see what I'm saying? Not one tomb have we found. Not one book have we found. So they want to claim the pyramid. The Arab want to claim the pyramid. So we're gonna deal with the fact, number one, in order for the Arab to claim ancient Egypt, that means he would have had to been in Africa prior to the founding of ancient Egypt. If he's the original Egyptian, which would probably, he would literally have to been in Africa around 4,000 years BC in order to do that. Man, listen here. The Arab is an AD people. Listen to the Grand Master Teacher, John Henry Clark. You ain't even got no record of an Arab. See? They didn't until Muhammad, which is a mysterious figure, may have never existed, mysterious figure. Nobody got no records for. The Arab prior to the conquest of Egypt, which was, let me get the date. We were just on that. Let me come on up. Okay, let me get this up there. We're going to rock out today, y'all. Let me bring it all the way up. Let me see if I can zoom in on this shit. Appreciate all the family for their support. Okay, so we looking at the top. To the right, Islam spread into North Africa, but beginning in the 7th century of the Common Era. So really, that's when they step on the scene. Okay? Ain't no record of an Arab nowhere in the goddamn world. You understand what I'm saying? And being in your own little tent somewhere in the middle of the desert does not count. We talking about recognized by the world. They were not recognized by the world prior to their conquest in Egypt. Now, they say it's the Arab Republic of Egypt. Now, how the hell, what the fuck did they do? Did they get in a fucking time machine? Did they get in a motherfucking time machine and go back prior to their existence on the planet? Did they go back into time prior to their existence in the planet to become the founders of Egypt before they can even document the fact that they even on the planet? You see what I'm saying? And so we got to, and not only that, we have to prove. Number one, he says he's an Arab from the land which we call today Arabia, and I'm going to prove that the African was there. You understand what I'm saying? Before he even got there. So we gonna back his ass up in the corner today. You understand? We just getting started. Okay, so we document that he came into Egypt in the 7th century. Then he gets over into the areas of today, which they call the Maghreb, which is the West. The Maghreb, which is the West. Okay, that's Morocco, Mauritania, in that area. Between the 8th and 12th century. See, we got dates. We know when they got in there. They was not in there before that. So don't let them run that shit down on you. And then they start moving down onto the Western Sudan, which is Mali, Songhai, Ghana. You understand what I'm saying? Coming down into that area, bringing death, destruction, and pillage. You understand? Conquering that area. Okay, between the 12th and the 15th century. Okay, and so even in West Africa, they really just got over there. Islam really just got over there. Okay, and then you looking down further down into the Central East Africa. You understand, the areas down in between the 9th and 15th centuries. Okay, that's when they got down in that area. Okay, and so what's key here? I want to deal with some literature. I want to deal with some literature real quick. So we can start tying this shit together and put this noose on his goddamn neck. So we got the dates when he got there. Now, so if the so-called original Egyptians was Arab, then Muhammad came in and conquered his own goddamn people. Okay? Now, how they got there before he got there, and he's the first rock star of any Arab culture. Muhammad is the first Arab, or probably the only Arab, that they can claim. Now, usually, if you are indigenous to a culture, where are the other names? Only motherfucker I know is Muhammad. Where's they well, I guess they Arabs. They wouldn't have no African names. I guess they wouldn't have no African names. Okay, but that was prior to Muhammad establishing Islam, because that's 3000 BC. So what other names did they have? Okay, what other name? Show us the Arabic on the wall. That's not Arabic on the wall. You see what I'm saying? So if they Arabs and it's the Arab Republic of Egypt and they the ancient Egypt, where's the Arabic on the wall? That's not Arabic. Okay, you don't see that writing at all in any other land, man. You don't see it in Arabia. You don't see no Medu Neter. You don't see nothing amongst the goddamn Arabs. They didn't even have a book. The goddamn cracker had to give him the damn Quran. They didn't have no literature at all. They were singing little poetry and shit, this, that, and the third, but they did not have no writing at all. What did they write it on? Because we know that paper and papyrus come from Egypt, and goddamn it, if they the Egyptians, why the hell did they leave their brothers out there in the middle of the desert without no architecture, no goddamn writing or nothing like that? Why would they leave them out there like that? Sorry asses. Okay, now let me get this up here. Where that book at? Okay, here it is. Right here. Now I'm gonna use this Babylon to Timbuktu. Let me back it out of there. Let me back it out of here. All right, back it out. Now, this by Rudolph R. Wentz, A History of Ancient Black Races, Including the Black Hebrews. Now, I don't agree with nothing, but for argument's sake, he gonna establish a fact that I need to establish tonight. Now, he's talking about, let me see which one came. Right here, this cool. Nah, this is, what page is this? I done cut it up. All I had to do was get in there. I'll get it for you. I don't know what page that is, but I can get in there and get it for you. You understand? After the fact. But let me read it for you. Okay, it says, and it's coming out of Babylon from Timbuktu. Okay, let me see how we looking on the screen. Is it bigger? Now let me get it big so you can see it. We're going to work out now. We're going to work out. That's good right there. Okay, it says it is a known fact that there were Ethiopians inhabiting Arabia in the north, southwest, and the southeast. How did these Ethiopians establish domicile residence in southwest Arabia? Because Ethiopians lived around the Persian Gulf in northern Arabia. It is highly probable that they were migrated towards the southeast and the southwest. It is obvious that the Cushites inhabited vital parts of Arabia, listen, before the birth of the progenitors of the Arabs. Now, I want to stop right there because that ain't even the hard part, because something jumped in my mind. See, we got to understand that the Arabs say that they come from Abraham. See, when you can't be jumping on both sides of the fence, Ali. No, Ali, you cannot jump on both sides of the fence like that, Ali. I got to get you today, Ali. Alibaba. Got to get you today. See, they say that they are descendants of Abraham through Ishmael. You understand what I'm saying? Now, we already got a date on Abraham based on biblical text, even the Torah, because they say the world was created around 4,000 years. So when you count the generations back, Abraham don't come on the scene until 1675 BC. So how the fuck can an Arab be in Egypt 3000 BC when his pappy ain't even born yet? We got to rock tonight, baby. We got to rock him tonight. They over there like, oh, this motherfucker said they on me now. So we understand that's another fact we got to bring up, which I was gonna bring up anyway. Let's read further, family. Let's put this smoke on. Let's put this smoke on. Let me get my okay. It is obvious that the Cushites inhabited vital parts of Arabia before the birth of the progenitors of the Arabs. Ramah, the son of Cush, was the father of the Cushite, Sheba, and Dedan. Genesis 10:7, about 2300 BC. The tribe of Ramah became remarkable merchants, Ezekiel 27:22. The descendants of Ramah lived in southeast Arabia, and the descendants of Havilah resided in southwest Arabia, which is Yemen. This Havilah was the son of Cush. Moreover, Cush was the patriarch of the Ethiopian tribes in Babylon, Arabia, India, and on the Nile River. Now, I want to stop right there. So, even though that's why I love it, that we put this shit up here. So, number one, even when you go to the Bible, and see, they're going to spit on the Bible. They're going to say, oh, they fuck with the Bible. That's what they're going to say. They're going to say they fuck with, but we're going to blow that out the water with the Quran. You see what I'm saying? So based on the Bible, Nimrod, son of Cush, Ethiopia, was the father of Babylon, was the Akkad, Nineveh, and all the Mesopotamia. So he was a Cushite. So he's the earliest patriarch of that area. So where is the area? Because we got to understand, because now, why am I using it? Because you use a house against itself. You see what I'm saying? Why am I using the Bible? And I'm going to show you why I'm using the Bible. You see what I'm saying? So that right there, based on the Bible, that the Cushite, now, this is another thing that I want to bring up. Get your notebook out. Because I guarantee you, if you write that shit down and you stick it in their chest, I guarantee you, he ain't going to even try to pull it out. He going to leave it in, because I done told people a long time, what is a dagger? A dagger is so deadly that when you throw it in, it's best to leave it in, because if you try to pull it out, that shit going to start to gushing. You know what I'm saying? So most of the time when they throw it and you throw that motherfucker in their chest, goddamn it, they just leave it in there. Okay, now this is another thing. Now, we're based on the Bible. You see, Mizraim, okay, is Egypt in the Bible. He's called Mizraim. He's one of the sons of Ham. Now, we know that Noah and his supposedly family was the only people that got off the boat. Okay, we talking about Noah. Everybody else gone. Ain't nobody else. It's just Noah and his family. Okay, and at that time, he had 3 sons who had 3 wives. So only 8 people got off the goddamn boat. Noah and his wife, his 3 sons, and they 3 wives, which is 8 goddamn people. So you got Ham, who is the father of Ethiopia, Egypt, Canaan, which is modern day Israel, and Punt, okay, which is the nations further south from Egypt, okay? And then you got his son Shem, who is supposedly the father of the Semitics. but it should be pronounced Shemetics because they running. You understand? They don't want to be tied to the story. And so Abraham came through the bloodline of Shem, which would have made him Semitic. So if the Arabs is claiming to be of the bloodline of Abraham, they are Semitic. Arabic is considered a Semitic language. But Egypt, Mizraim, was the land of Ham, as it was recorded in the Bible. Okay? The land of Ham. How the fuck is you gonna be two different goddamn bloodlines? You can't be of Abraham is at the same goddamn time be claiming ancient Egypt. You fool. That's why I got to rock you up out your goddamn sleep. You ain't fucking with nobody. I'll run y'all motherfuckers clean up out of any debate. I would love it, because I got y'all at. Now, they gonna say, well, they tampered with the Bible. Wait a minute. Let me go in here and get this. Let me get this work. Y'all. They tampered with the Bible. Nigga, get out of here. Sick of you running. We're not done. We're not done. We're not done. Don't go no, you know goddamn where I was coming back, family. What y'all thought? I'm black, baby. Get back on here. Get back on here. Get back on here. We ain't done. We still live. We still goddamn live. We black. We black. Come on back. Get them back in the house. Don't go no goddamn where. We're not done. We're not done. Let me get that shit back up. I think it was my internet. They didn't call the motherfucker. They couldn't shut me down because I'm just giving facts. They can't shut me down because I'm giving facts. And I'm black. I'm back in the house, y'all. Don't run. Don't run. We back on their ass. All right. We ain't going nowhere. We was off for a few seconds, but we're going to get black right back on. Now, again, we just went over the fact. That according to the Bible, that the Ethiopians, the Cushites, were already in the land before Abraham. Abraham don't come to around 1675 BC. You can't place an Arab before Abraham. That's according to the scriptures. You can't even give them 1675. But they say they descend from Abraham, which that's it, and that they descend through Ishmael. So Mizraim, Ethiopia, are generations, according to the Bible, older, because they're going to place Egypt and Ethiopia around 2400 BC, according to the Bible. Okay, so that's almost 1,000 years older than Abraham or Ishmael. So you can't claim to be an ancient Egyptian when, in fact, you're claiming to be a Semitic, which don't have a date prior to 1675. Okay? So we must state that. We must clearly state those facts. Now, what they're going to do is say that the Bible has been tampered with. Okay? That the Bible has been tampered with. Well, what we're doing right now, we're going into the Quran. We're going into the Quran to prove that it had not been tampered with. Now, when they tamper with it, I don't know. And they can't tell you because I don't believe it been tampered. I just believe it was fucked up from the beginning. I don't believe it been tampered with. Okay? You know, that's like saying it was worth something in the beginning and that somebody fucked it up. No, it was fucked up from the beginning. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not falling for that trap. Okay? Now it says again, this is Surah 3. Let me get my monitor up. Surah 3, Ayat 3 of the Quran, it states, "It is he who sent down to you step by step in truth, the book, the Quran, confirming what went before it. And he sent down the Torah of Moses and the gospel of Jesus." So Allah did all of that. And when he sent the Quran, it was confirming the Torah and the gospel of Jesus. So at least, so they saying that Muhammad lived around 570 something, I got 570 AD. So at least up until 5, or when he got the Quran, let me get that Islam. Let me get that Islam lecture up there. Because I got Dr. Ben's timeline in there. I got his timeline in there where I can operate. I can operate. Put that timeline there. It ain't far. It ain't far. I know how I do. Matter of fact, let me go into the broad. Let me get this. Because I want y'all to understand, I done already threw some They're already in critical condition already. They're already in critical condition. Let me get my monitor up at the same time. They're already in critical condition. And they had to put them electric shocks on their chests already. Motherfuckers that went under. That timeline from Dr. Ben. It's probably further down. And then once I get that, I'm gonna go back to crush mode. It might be all the way at the top. Hold on, family. Wait a minute. There it is. I knew it. Let me go and throw this in real quick. Let me throw this in real quick. Okay. We got Dr. Ben. This is coming out of African Origins of Western Religions. You need to have that by the great Grand Master of Nile Valley Wisdom and Knowledge, Dr. Yosef Ben Yochanan. Okay, we look up and say right there, the second one, date 570 CE. I'll say AC after the crack. BC before the cracker, AC after the crack. So you got 570 CE, the birth of Muhammad at Mecca or Medina. Okay, now when did he get the Quran? $610. You look at down at 610. 1, 2, 3, 4, right here. 610. You see right there, Muhammad receives his call from the archangel Saint Gabriel. Okay, so in somewhere in there, somewhere after that, he receives the Quran. Okay, I think it wasn't just, I think it was like a 30-year period or something where he was receiving this information from Gabriel. So you literally talking around like damn 650 or something, according to their date. So at least at that point that Allah was confirming the Bible. Now what they got to do, if it changed and they changed it, they got to present the Bible that they talking about before it got changed. Because in reality, they've never known no Bible other than the one that they got. And I can prove they didn't even have it at that time. So how the fuck did they change something that they didn't have? You understand what I'm saying? They just got that shit. So that just show you when you got your shit. Because if they just getting their shit, you understand what I'm saying? Like when Gutenberg got the printing press, see, all that ancient shit is going out, but I don't want to crack no backs. I want to kind of knock these pins down one at a time. You see what I'm saying? So we see, let's go back to what Allah said. Okay, now what these niggas said they was confirming it. Now, let me come down to this. This is Surah 3. Listen to me. This is Surah 3 right here. Surah 3, Ayat 50. I have come to you to attest the Torah, which was before me, and to make lawful to you part of what was before forbidden to you. I have come to you with a sign from your Lord, so fear Allah and obey me. This is Muhammad. Okay, this is Muhammad saying this. Surah 3, Ayat 50. I have come to you to attest. What does attest mean? Attest means to provide or serve as clear evidence of, to declare that something exists or is the case, to be a witness, to certify formally. So he attested, okay, to attest the Torah, which was before me. So he confirmed the Torah. See? So these niggas keep talking about, so if that's the fact, that right, y'all in some serious trouble. Because how can y'all claim Egypt and we running down the timeline? The Egyptians in the Bible, even if I could use the Bible to beat you up. See, that's why I always told y'all. You understand what I'm saying? When you talking about, it's like you got the Jew, you got the Christian, and you got the Muslim. Okay? The Jew is top dog. He's top dog because he done wrote all they shit. Even though the Serapis shit came first, they didn't have no books. When it came time for them to have books, the Jew was in control of the printing press. So he wrote all they shit. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, this is how you know who the top dog is. When you look at the Jew, he don't acknowledge Jesus, nor do he acknowledge Allah. You hear that? He don't acknowledge either or, Jesus or Allah. But the Christian and the Muslim acknowledge all of the Jewish prophets. See? He don't acknowledge they ass, but both of them acknowledge him. That show you who the top dog. Now, the Christian don't acknowledge Allah, but the Muslims acknowledge Jesus. So the Muslims acknowledge the Serapis, Jesus, and they acknowledge the Jewish prophet. He the last man on the totem pole. Cause they don't acknowledge none of his. They don't acknowledge Muhammad at all. You understand what I'm saying? So that show you that they gave him bits and pieces, and that's the chain on his neck. You understand what I'm saying? That when he think he gonna step out of line, they yank it. They yank it. You see what I'm saying? Like you know what we put in there, right? And so the best that he can do is say they changed the original book. But we're not done. We're not done. We're going to get right black on him now. We're going to get right black on him. Don't run. Don't run. Where we at? Where we at? Let me come out of the list. Now, I already did Surah 3. Now, this is Surah 18, Ayat 27. It says, and recite and teach what has been revealed to you of the book of your Lord. Listen to what it says now. Listen. None can change his word, and none will you find as a refuge other than him. I want to say it again. Now, it says Surah 18, 27. It says, and recite and teach what has been revealed to you of the book of your Lord. None can change his words, and none will you find as a refuge other than him. So why do they keep talking about the Christians and the Jews changed the book, and they done already said in the Quran that none can change his word. So if none can change his word, then we expect that this Bible that they talking about, that they change, is still here. Because none can change his word. None can change his word. Y'all got to stop this madness now. Let me bring it back up. Let's go down. Hold on. Hold on. Blow me up. Here we go. Now it says, now I don't even know what, and I get it. I don't even know what surah this is. I'll come back to it. And in their footsteps, listen, we sent Jesus, the son of Mary, confirming the Torah that had come before him, he sent him the gospel. There was guidance and light. He sent him the gospel. There was guidance and light and confirmation of the Torah that had come before him. A guidance and an admonition to those who fear Allah. Let me go down. This is Surah 6. This is more than one. Ayat 115. The words of your Lord does find its fulfillment in truth and in justice. None can change his words, for he is the one who hears and knows all. Let me go down. Let me go down one more. Where's that one at? Where's that other one at? Wait a minute. It's back here somewhere. I got to get this one last one. This one's gonna go a little longer than I thought, because I just got to have a part two. I got to work out now. I got to work out. Let me get this other one. This other one that's gonna, wait a minute, hold on. Let me get this other one right quick. To black that up. Here it is. Boy, I tell you, it came straight to me. The ancestors threw it straight in my lap. So here it goes, Seti. Don't stop getting on. This is Surah 5, Ayat 48. It says, to you we sent the scripture in truth, confirming the scripture that came before it. And what does it say? And guarding it in safety. So judge between them by what Allah has revealed. So it says, use the Bible, use the Torah. So judge between them by what Allah has revealed. Confirming the scripture that came before it, the Torah and the gospel, and guarding it in safety. Now that's Allah. You see what I'm saying? It said, to you, we sent the scripture. We, and you see it says we. So I'm having some difficulties understanding how they monothesis, and when they refer to Allah, they say we. Who the hell is the we? We ain't no motherfucking here French. What the fuck is you talking about? We? Who the fuck is we? You understand what I'm saying? So right there we see that Allah guarded the Torah and the gospel in safety, and that none can change his word. And so we expect, since he guarded it in safety, and that none can change his word, then that the Bible and the Torah and the new gospel, the new gospel that you see today is the same one that Allah sent down. So I don't want no motherfuckers talking to me about that some goddamn they changed the Bible. Okay? Nah. Let me go to work. I'm not done, family. We just warming up. Let me hit hard now. Let me go to work. Let me go to work now. Now, this is another thing that I clearly want to bring up. I want to bring this up. This is very, very necessary that I bring this up. Let me get that a little bit. Let me get that big as I can. I see some in the family. Somalis built the Egyptian pyramid. That's right. They wasn't the only ones. Don't just put it on. Don't just put it on the Somali and take all the other Africans out. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Yes, they were a part of the regime. Yes, they were. But they weren't the only ones. Okay? Now, would they desecrate Muhammad's tomb this way? Now, the thing is this. They claim that they Egyptian, right? That's what they claim. They claim that they Egyptian. And they, this is what's key to this. Number one, if you get the Rape of the Nile, the Rape of the Nile by Brian Fagan, you'll see that when the Europeans was coming into ancient Egypt, and when they was coming into Egypt, okay, they wasn't there in ancient Egypt, and all of the British and the French, they had to get permits. You understand what I'm saying? They had to get permits to take all them goddamn artifacts up out of ancient Egypt. They had to get permits. You see what I'm saying? Now, why would the Arab, who's supposedly an Egyptian, get a European permits to take his ancestors' artifacts and relics up out of his own land? What kind of low life would do something like that? See, when they came, they didn't have no identification with ancient Egypt at all. At all. Under no circumstances. They sold everything that you see in the British Museum, everything in the Louvre. You see what I'm saying? All of these, all throughout Germany. You understand what I'm saying? All these lands that you see with all these major museums, major museums with ancient Egyptian artifacts. You see, they took them artifacts up out of ancient Egypt by the permission of the pashas and the Arab leaders that was in Egypt at that time. Gave them permission. So they did not see themselves as being no damn ancient Egyptian at that time. So stop the line. Now, you see, I think Anwar Sadat was the one that made them take a lot of them mummies, but I believe they put them back out there. Now, if the Arab thought, would he dig Muhammad's body up like this? Huh? Have they ever done Ishmael and Abraham? Have they ever dug any of their so-called holy prophets up out of the ground? They know this is a desecration in Islam. You see, would they allow people to come up and take pictures of Muhammad's body like that? That's desecration. So how are you looking at this would you allow any man that would dig his ancestors up and put them in front of the world for other people to go in there and take pictures and shit like this is a circus? Is the lowest of the damn low. So ain't no man this is desecration. So Zahi Hawass is a desecrator. I would call him a whole lot of other things, but I want this knowledge to stay up here. You see what I'm saying? Because he's so quick to say that the Egyptians were not Africans, and I'm going to crack his head because I'm going to show you what he is. So right there, the desecration right there, again, proves it. We go get the book and showing that they was giving out permits to all the Europeans to take them artifacts up out of Egypt. Got permits to take his so-called ancestors' artifact to Europe to put in a damn museum. And then put the bodies out in front of the rest of the world to desecrate his supposed ancestors. But what I want to bring up, number one, I need to take a quick screenshot of this. What they did during this so-called last uprising in Egypt. I just want to take a quick, if I can. If not, this is not the best. And I'm gonna keep moving because I don't want to take time on. I'll just give the information and then you could go. When they had this last uprising, they went into the Egyptian museum and they tore up a whole lot of stuff. You understand what I'm saying? They pulled mummies all out of there. Further desecration, because you could have left them in the ground where they belong. It should not be. They should take all them mummies and put them back in the ground with they desecrating ass. You see what I'm saying? So during that uprising, they went into the Cairo Museum. Now, a lot of people, y'all know them, they got them two, like, you got them, the sets of Egyptian soldiers, and then you got the Nubian one. It's like, you know, they're about like dial size. And they show the Nubians with the bow. You see it a lot of times. It's like 12 of them in a row. The Nubians are darker. Then you got the Egyptians, they brownish red. You understand? They got the shield with the spear. They tore all that up. They had to piece it back together. You see what I'm saying? A lot of it, they ain't talking about that. See, if they thought that was their ancestors, they wouldn't have never done it. They wouldn't have never, even if they was against the government, they would not have went in there and destroyed those Egyptian artifacts. They did not see that as something that belonged to their people. They did not. They did not see that as something that belonged to their people. And so when the people lash out, they destroy those things because they look at the ones in power as benefiting off of a lot of the tourism and this, that, and the third. And I guess the low man on the totem pole ain't getting none of that. You understand what I'm saying? And so they see that as a means to lash out against the powers to be. And so they destroy, just like when you look at that, I showed y'all not long ago, ISIL. You know, I don't call them ISIS, ISIL. They went right over there to Mesopotamia, and they got them motherfuckers over there with jackhammers over there, all on the statues and shit. They in the damn Museum of Susa and Iraq. You understand what I'm saying? They pulling the statues down, putting ropes and pulling them down, breaking, got sludge hammers on top of them, beating the statues. You see, they lash out at, and that's another thing because Islam teaches against idols and statues and this, that, and the third. So how can you be a Muslim and be an Egyptian at the same time? The cultures are totally different. Okay, you got an African culture and an Arab culture. So how you gonna be a Muslim in Egypt benefiting off of things which Islam forbade in the Quran? Forbade idols and shit like that. And y'all in there praying all around the idols, going to the temples, charging people at the damn gate for something that don't even belong to you. So I just wanted to bring that up, that Islam also forbids statue. So where, I mean, damn, I mean, so I didn't hit y'all already. I didn't already hit y'all with some shit. Y'all can't even come back. They're going to get the line from, they in trouble. They already up under the water already. Let me get back here so I can get back to that heavyweight shit I need to crack heads with. Let me come out so I don't want family to see me going through all these heavyweight ass photos. Come on down here. Oh yeah, this the one right here. Oh man, I got some video. That's beautiful. I got some video. Look at this. You see that? They over there pulling that shit down. That's what they do in all the museums. Look at it. I want y'all to see it for yourself. They done tore off, when they went over there, ISIL, they tore all that shit down. You see what I'm saying? So that's what they did in the Cairo Museum too. They don't see that as a part of Islam. So how is you a Muslim, an Arab Muslim? That's why they try to say they ain't Egyptian, but it's called the Arab Republic of Egypt, and the official religion of the Arab Republic of Egypt is Islam. Come on, man. I'm tired of this. I'm tired. Let me come out of here, family. Let me throw some more daggers in. Shit, I know there ain't nothing they could do about. Now, this is very key. I need to show this. Because just like Babylon, the Timbuktu, Brother Rudolph Windsor stated that the Ethiopians was in there before the Arab was in there, which is correct. So when you look here at the map, you see right here what they want to call Arabia, which was originally Ethiopia, which was nothing but the northeast Ethiopia. You see, according to the Bible, let me take this one out right quick. You see right here, you see in the southern, ain't no Yemen. You see Sheba, you see Dedan, Midian, Kendar. You see, these is all the sons of Ethiopia. So right there, well, Mecca ain't there. See, the Cushites, according to the Bible, and since Allah confirmed and attested, and that none can change his word, we have no other choice but to believe Allah. We believe Allah, that the Ethiopians was in there. So how in the hell can you claim to be in Egypt? Listen to me. How can you claim to be in Egypt before you can even claim to be in Arabia? You say you're an Arab, and you can't be an Arab unless there's an Arabia. But how can you be in Egypt before you in Arabia? That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense to me. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't even claim Arabia, let alone claim Egypt. And you cannot claim an Arab who claims he's from Abraham, and Abraham is dated at 1675 BC. We get this date from the Bible, coming from the origin of everything at 4004 BC, counting down the generations to Abraham. You get Abraham at 1675 BC. Well, Egypt is at 3100 BC. So how can a Semitic Arab who claimed to be from Ishmael and Abraham be in Egypt before his daddy is born? I don't understand that. Y'all gonna have to get with me out there, man. Y'all gonna have to get with me, man. I can't wait. Get with me. Get with me. God damn it, it's gonna be some head wraps, but it ain't gonna be them turbans. It's gonna be them bandages for them goddamn cracks in your skull I'm putting up in there tonight. Okay, let me come out. Let me go back up in here. Let me go back up in here, family. Every time I go up in here, now where is that one documentation? I got to get it. I got to get it. I'm gonna start my other one over there. I'm just as hype. I'm gonna get right on top of the copyrights. How can mortal men copyright the word of God? I'm gonna be over there, general setting out just soon as I get off, and I'm gonna go right back in their chest. As a matter of fact, it's over here. Let me throw it back on. It's over here on this other one. Let me throw it right on over here and go to work and prove it. And prove it. And prove it. Let me get this other documentation. Quick. Come on, computer. Come on. Man, I got to get me a heavyweight. And I need 1 trillion gigabytes. I need 1 trillion gigabytes, man. Take the fuck up. Wait a minute. Let me get this documentation. Let me get this documentation, y'all. I think it's all the way at the top. Let me go all the way to the top. Let me go all the way to the top. You know I'm going to do a part 2 to this. You know I'm going to do a part 2 to this. I got to. I got to. It's all the way at the top. Here it is. Here it is. Oh, that's another dagger. Oh, I forgot about that dagger there. Oh, my God. How did I forget about that dagger? I'm about to drop that dagger. I'm about to drop that dagger. Yes. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Back on, y'all, family. I know it's hot out there now. I know it's hot out there. I know it's hot out there. Say, watching from Egypt. Oh, you watching from Egypt? That's what's up. That's what's up. Here we go. We're talking about A History of Architecture by Sir Bannister Fletcher. Okay? What did it say down there? President of the Royal Institute of British Architects, 1929-31. This is what he said. We're talking about architecture now. Now it talks about Muslim architecture. Now look, we're gonna go down here. Let me see if I can blow this up so y'all can, because I know that's hard to see. Let me blow this up. That's still gonna be, it's gonna be hard to see that. Let me see if I can zoom in one more time. It's gonna be hard to get it all the way in there. So I'm gonna just zoom it out just a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? If y'all go to my Patreon, I'll put it on there for people can see it and get it up off of there. Let me zoom out so I can read it. Let me see if I can get it all the way in there. It said, listen, social. Talking about the socialist of the Arab. Listen, the wild Arabs. Ah, God damn, he come right up. The wild Arabs who surged over so large a part of the then civilized world in the 7th and 8th centuries AD had no knowledge of architecture or any of the arts. Okay? So that in each country that they occupied, they made use of the traditional skill of the vanquished people, Christian and other, as explained later. Most of those countries, and especially those hitherto ruled by the Byzantine emperor, had an advanced civilization in which the richer people enjoyed a considerable degree of luxury. Now, I don't need to go no further than that. You understand? He has some other stuff on another page, but right there where he says that they occupy in each country that they occupy, they made use of the traditional skill of the vanquished people. Let me prove this to you. Now, y'all see right now, today, not long ago, I think it's about 3 weeks ago, over in Turkey, we talking about the Hagia Sophia. Now, for the last 100 years, prior before the Ottoman Turks came into Egypt, the Hagia Sophia was a Christian church. Okay? Was a Christian church. So when they came in and conquered the Byzantine Empire, they took over all of their buildings and this, that, and the third, and they converted it into a mosque. Now I want to show you this. Because it's not a problem. Now you see that's the Hagia Sophia. Black at your ass again. They trying to fuck with me, family, but I'm black again. I ain't going nowhere. I'm supposed to be over there on the general, but goddamn it, the general he gonna have to wait right now. I got to do the Sarah right quick. I got to put the Sarah piece down. What? We black in the house. Don't go no goddamn way. I see motherfuckers went to running and shit. Don't run, nigga. Don't run. Don't run. Don't you dare run. We ain't went nowhere. We ain't went nowhere. We black. We black. It's storming up here today. So you know what I'm saying? Okay, goddamn. Let me get the oven. Let me get my oven, y'all. Come black. Y'all know I ain't gonna tap like that. Y'all know I ain't gonna tap like that. Okay. Now, before I get here, how about let me go back here. Let me go back here because I need to hit this once again so people can understand. We're going back over what let me see how we look out there. Let me come out. Let me zoom out a little bit. A history of architecture. Sir Bannister Fletcher. Huh? Oh, page 1,000. That's one of them thick ass books I got. That motherfucker like 10 books in one book. Okay? Now, if you look right down here, you can't see it. It might be hard, but you could get your goddamn magnifying glass and put it up to the screen. Okay? It says the wild Arabs who surged over so large a part of the then civilized world in the 7th and 8th century AD had no knowledge of architecture or any of the arts. So that in each country that they occupied, they made use of the traditional skill of the vanquished people. And so to prove that, because as we was just talking about, that about 4 weeks ago, they turned the Hagia Sophia, which is a Byzantine Roman church, the first church on the planet Earth. It was finished in 537 AD. I think the Ottoman Turks conquered Byzantine right around 1453, 52, something like that. Okay? So it was a Christian church for all that long. And when they came in, they converted the Hagia Sophia into a mosque. Okay? Now, what did they do after that? You see the blue mosque? You see what it looked like? It looked just like the Hagia Sophia. You see what I'm saying? They didn't have no blueprint previous, and they didn't construct this one until 1609, 1616. That's why when you look at the mosque, it got the Roman dome. Wait a minute. I'm not done. Let me throw a couple more. Oh, that was a serious dagger that I meant to throw in their chest. That I'm about to throw it in right now. I'm not going to wait. Hold up. I'm throwing this one in their chest before I get out of here. I got a couple I want to throw in their chest. Where that? Here it is. Here it is. Right here. And I'm going to get Zahid before I get out of here. I'm going to get Zahid Hawass before I get out of here. If that brother say he was in Egypt, tell him to get Zahid on Sarah Sunseti YouTube page right now. You understand what I'm saying? So I can work on his jaw. You understand what I'm saying? Look at this. Genesis, this is Genesis, let me get it all the way up there. Genesis 46, 34. What does it say? What does it say? That ye shall say. This is Joseph talking to his father. And they talking about, I had the whole damn verse up there, though. I don't know where damn. I had the whole damn verse. Showing some more that. I'm gonna have to come back on that. I had the whole damn, I don't know where it's at right now. I'll come back tomorrow, but I'm gonna throw this one though. I'm gonna throw this one. Here it is. Here it is, right here. Here it is, right here. I knew it was in there somewhere. Okay, it says Genesis 46, 34 to 30, 33 to 34. When Pharaoh calls you in and asks, what is your occupation? You see, you should answer, your servants have tended livestock from our boyhood on, just as our fathers did. Then you shall be allowed to settle in the region of Goshen, for all shepherds are detestable to the Egyptian. Now, that was some bullshit right there. That wasn't the King James verse. And that's why I'm going to get on that other shit. And the reason why, because that's the primary English version. So I don't need to go further. It's some bullshit into itself. So I don't need to go further into some more bullshit. So this is the King James version, and it said that ye shall say, thy servants' trade have been about cattle from our youth even until now, both we and also our fathers. What does it say? Thy servant. Now this is at Jacob. Joshua and Jacob. You understand what I'm saying? They in Egypt. How the hell you did? And goddamn it, these are supposed to be the lineage of the motherfuckers that y'all come. Jacob is a goddamn prophet, even in Islam. You see what I'm saying? I believe he's also Yaqub. You understand what I'm saying? And it said, ye shall say, thy servants' trade have been about cattle, not pyramids, not tombs, not temples, about cattle from our youth even until now, both we and also our fathers, that ye may dwell in the land of Goshen. Listen to me now. For every shepherd, the Arab, the Jew, the Arab, for every shepherd is an abomination unto the Egyptian. That's very critical, because the Arab has always been a shepherd from his even up to the time of Muhammad. They've been shepherds. So how can you be the Egyptian and the very thing that you are is an abomination to the Egyptians? I need to know that. You see, I need to know that. How can you be the Egyptian and the very thing that y'all, matter of fact, you could go over there today. You could go over there today and they still roaming through them damn deserts, pushing them goats and them camels and them sheep. All right? All right? Now, let me go out with this one, because I do need to get on over and get on this copyright. I want to show y'all something, which is very matter of fact. Oh, I got to. Let me come out so y'all don't see me going through all them bombs. Okay. Let me put 2 in. Now, where is it at? Okay. This is very necessary. Now, this is how Hawass. Let me put it up there. Let me take that out of there, though. Now, this to the right is Zahid Hawass. For everybody that don't know who he is, like I said, he was the head of archaeology in Egypt. I don't know if he's still there, but he's the one that's been running around talking about the Egyptians are not Africans. You understand that they the Egyptians. Now I got a man next to him. You can easily see they are the same race. But what I'm not going to tell you, who he's the father of. I hope you're listening, Zahid. I hope you're listening. Yeah, I hope you're watching. You see? Now who is the Arab that's next to him? Who is he the father of? Wait a minute, let me show you. Here you go. Right there. Now, if you ain't never seen the documentary by Discovery Channel, The Family That Walks on All Fours, you can see right there. That's the one that walk on all four. He bent over right now. You can look dead in his face and look at his nose and his face and everything and see that that's Zahid Hawass. Ain't no doubt about it. Okay, no doubt about it. And so you see, this is where they found the Discovery Channel up in here in Turkey, but that show you where they come from. That they were never from down in what they all come up out of there with Alexander. They all come up out of there with Alexander. So I'm going to show you again, Zahid, I know who you is. You're not from Egypt. Y'all from up there, from behind the Ural Mountains, not even the Caucasus, the Ural Mountains, when you walked on fours, yes you did. The Discovery Channel gave me that. Zahid Hawass exposed. Now, this is what they trying to do to throw that off. Now, another thing Discovery Channel put out, one of the first computerized images of King Tut. And that just threw them, in a tailspin that Discovery Channel would do that. Because when you look here, you can see that that's an original statue. Okay? And what they try to do is act like they know better than the damn artists that was sitting there. And I did one, and I'm gonna do it again to show you how they, how these artists is so cold. They can look at and man, damn near make an exact likeness. You see what I'm saying? So a master artist, man, they're not gonna make no mistake like and see this man and see something like this. And create something like this. They just don't do that because they looking dead at the man. You see what I'm saying? So this shit right here is thievery. This is racism at the highest level. And see, when we speak up against this garbage, they want to call us racist. This right here is what you call primary evidence to the right. That primary. That was created at the time in which that man lived. That young King Tutankhamun lived around, between 1650. No, he might have been a little later than that. He was in the New Kingdom. You understand what I'm saying? He was in the New Kingdom. So I think Amos was around 1600 BC. So he was further down the line. So I don't know if he was near 1800 BC, something like that. You see what I'm saying? So, but this is what you call primary. And so they tried to put this garbage out to kind of make him look like an heir. Now, look at this. They looking dead at, you see the head, they changed the head. How the hell you gonna be sitting in, you know how they put a person in the chair, right? They put a person in the chair and they looking at him, drawing him, right? I mean, they must think we stupid as hell. I mean, man, you couldn't pull this over on a crackhead, nigga. Straight up, man. I just don't know who the fuck these people think we are, man. Listen to this. How is you gonna look at this one to the left and draw some shit like that? You know what I'm saying? Oh, look at this. You know, man, if I was sitting in the chair and I look like this to the right, and you drew me some shit, man, we'll probably be in a fist fight, man. I'll be like, man, what the fuck what is this, man? What kind of disrespect is this? So again, this was created by the primary artists of his time. They're looking right at him. They didn't change, you can see they didn't change the shape of his head. He ain't even got no lip. You understand what I'm saying? He ain't even got no bottom lip. You understand what I'm saying? He ain't got no lip. You understand? Look at his chin. You can see right here, you know, the brother had some chins up under there. He had a couple chins. Eating good. King Tut was eating good. You know what I'm saying? Got them double chins up under there. He ain't got none of that. You can see the shape of his head is somewhat slanting. That's how family do when they wrap that head. You understand? To make it, you know, long like that. You know what I'm saying? So this is a total, but the thing is this, and I'm going to go out on it. You can see on the walls, when you look at this right here, look at this. You can see the Arab type, not the Arab, because he's not the Arab, but what was soon, you know, later on in history be called the type that you would call an Arab. You see what I'm saying? This was when he didn't have no name. You understand what I'm saying? In the ancient Egyptians might have called them something else when they came from down behind the mountains. They hadn't went into Arabia yet. You see what I'm saying? And so they were still up there by the mountains. And so you can see, let me get that out of there. So you can see clearly. Let me get that out of there. You can even see the beard. You can even see the beard. You understand what I'm saying? So you don't see the Egyptians look like that. See, it'd be one thing if they hadn't documented those types, but they had documented those types. You see what I'm saying? They had documents. You can see clearly that's what they is. Okay, so they clearly distinguish between themselves, and you can put this man right over there with them. Let me go and throw him in. That's his daddy, right there. That's his daddy. You understand what I'm saying? So you cannot mistake this man right here to the left as the father of this man. Let me do this. And let me get on over here. I'm going to do a part 2 to this. This was hot. You cannot mistake this man to the left as the father of this man right here to the right. That's impossible. Now let me go on and put this final. You know what I'm saying? So you see. Let me blow. Y'all see that? I want y'all to see that. Now this is a map of color variation that was put out by a European, a Caucasian, trying to halfway be honest. But one thing he did put in the heartland, how dark it is. Okay? And then each stage is a progression, even though we are talking about, you know, in progression of environment, but even though that dark would have still even been further north, further south. You understand what I'm saying? You know that at the top, you know, it's a little brown. You know, it's still brown though, but goddamn, it's hot as hell in Egypt, so it'd be just as black in many areas as it is in the south. How do you expect me to believe? Because, you know, the only way you can do that is to say what? That they didn't come from the south. If they came from the south, and you dealing even with the migration, if you're dealing with human migration, hold up, let me blow my nose. I got to do this and get on up out of here. I got to do this and get on up out of here so I can get over here to the gym. How do you expect that this man right here could have originated in this area, again, in this area, as black as it is, you understand what I'm saying? And then be a part of what we call today ancient Egypt. Even down here, if you moved in down here, you understand what I'm saying? Because Israel right now is leading, is the second, was number 2 in skin cancer. So ain't no way they could have originated. There's no way. Even when you talk about Narmer originated not down here. He originated when you look at the map further down here. So there's no way you're going to look. This is from a European color variation map. So when you look at his skin, you see that his skin tone is from up here. So how in the hell is y'all thinking y'all going to put this shit in ancient Egypt? Okay, this is the highest level of racial thievery I have ever seen. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. I damaged. That's ooh. You can pull the plug. Ooh, more flat line. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? You can literally just pull the plug. You see what I'm saying? And so family, like I said, I'm going to touch black on that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I teach from off the chalkboard. Because as I get to flowing, you know, I might come up with some, I forgot about that and go in there and get that shit. You see what I'm saying? So family, I appreciate y'all being, I'm sorry about, you know, the off and on, but we stuck in there. You know, we got fortitude. So thank you for being in the house. Again, check me out. KingSeti.com. Let me get that up there. KingSeti.com, online marketplace. Make sure you get over there. Patreon, General Cyrus Seti. I'm rocking the house tomorrow. The age of pandemonium, the worship of the goat throughout the European world. You understand what I'm saying? And make sure most definitely you get over there to GeneralSeti.com, Seti University, guaranteed a treasure chest of wisdom. All right, family. This is the General Cyrus Seti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. People been asking me what should we do? I say it every fucking time I get up off of here. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black Power.